are we gonna settle this debate?
Well, now we have a third one that the human being is now a backpack.
If a person's nothing but a large backpack, you got shoulder straps and like a cavity with guts.
You are not about to refute 2 years of careful research by saying that humans are theoretically backpacks. The fact that you are referring to something relative of the set and not to the set as a whole should specifically imply
The BTB dilemma behind the back.
Okay.
So this is Jayberry. He wants to know about it. Why am I letting you explain this?
Because I'm obviously dressed like a scholar, except for the Crocs. Although I do work at a college.
All right, get to the
I do
point.
wear Crocs to work, so don't tell him I said that.
You're also the IT.
Lydia, if you're watching this, I wear sneakers to work. Good sneakers too. Business casual sneakers. Never Crocs.
The camo.
Don't zoom in on him like that. I'm right here, and I'm facing this way and talking this way. And somebody is talking behind my back. One would assume that somebody is over here talking like this, but your back is back here and it faces this way. Over here is the front of your back. It's not the back of your back. Your back faces this way.
Still deep in thought.
Very deep in thought.
That's right.
Pondering the consequences here.
This is the front of your back, and front is defined as the area of which something faces, forwards. Since your front faces this way, behind yourself is here, but behind your back, since your back faces this way, behind your back has to be here.
Yes and no. My comeback to that is this. I watched that video of last year.
Yes. Oh, so you came prepared with resources and literature.
My first thought is the human body is nothing but a giant backpack.
Okay.
You have arms
Yes.
that is going to connect to your legs to make the shoulder straps. If you think about it, the human body is nothing but a cavity containing guts, constructing a backpack.
Yeah.
Front panel, your side panels, right?
Yeah.
The back panel.
Sounds very tough,
I say
Possum.
that I'm going to put a zippered pocket on the front of the back panel. It's going to be this side.
Maybe for backpacks, but I wouldn't apply that same
But
logic.
the human is nothing but a giant flesh and backpack, an organic backpack full of guts.
Look, okay, you're not going to refute 2 years of research just because you claim that the human body is a backpack.
Okay, that is true. That is true.
All right. I don't
It's
think.
not the most scholarly, but it's applied science here.
Alternatively, one could think of the fact that behind someone's back, now a back is a two-dimensional object. It's not part of the real world like somebody's hand. It's a side. It's one side of a three-dimensional object. So when you have to look into direction and direction pertaining to that two-dimensional object, then you must refer to the original three-dimensional object that it is part of to defer what direction is in front of or behind it. And behind me is this way, so therefore it must be the same as my back, since my back is a two-dimensional part of me.
I didn't hear a word of that. It all went.
And that's why he has his, opinions on the BTB dilemma. It all just goes in one ear, out the other. This is a much more thorough discussion than our first time.
I don't know. We really hashed it out that first time.
I don't know. Yeah, but it was only like 2 simple arguments.
Well, now we have a third one that the human being is now a backpack. A giant organic backpack. You can plug your website in there too. Get a human backpack.
Yeah.
Awesome gear.
Not a human backpack. We do not deal in bodies, dear FBI agent. We're good little people.
Good morning.
Greetings and salutations.
Have you had the behind your back?
We did. Jayberry made the argument that a human was basically a backpack.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what's wearing the backpack? What's wearing the backpack?
Nothing, but so if a person's nothing but a large backpack, you got shoulder straps and like a cavity with guts. I talk about the front of the back panel and the back of the back panel. The back of the back panel goes against your back. That's
Wait,
the back.
use the actual.
There's a zipper on the back of the back of the back.
Yeah, that's the back.
There's something on the inside of that back that's the front of the back panel.
Okay.
So that's my argument for
So wait,
behind the back.
this is behind your back, is that what you're saying?
But this is the back panel. So this is the back of the bag.
So it's not the front of the back, it's still the back.
Like, that was a yes or no question.
When you're talking behind someone's back, where's that?
You're talking behind the back panel.
So, your back. That doesn't I don't want to be a backpack.
His explanation is totally lost.
His doesn't make any sense anyways.
Yes, it does.
So,
What I said was, you are not about to refute 2 years of careful research by saying that humans are theoretically backpacks.
but that's making an argument from credentials, which is like when people say people can't have a right opinion because they don't have a college degree.
Absolutely not.
Their opinion,
my research.
their argument is either right or wrong, regardless of personal experience or credentials. You must address the actual argument.
Yeah, he didn't do that by saying that we're theoretically meta backpacks, meta flesh backpacks.
From your argument, am I standing in front of or behind your back?
You're standing in front of my back panel, yes.
Yes or no?
Back is relative. You're looking at the back of the hand
Backhand.
as on my perspective. Now, that's the back of my hand from my perspective. Back is relative to perspective.
Okay, just because it's relative to a perspective does not mean we can't use physical attributes of that thing. Like when you say back, you're talking about a specific location, and it doesn't matter that it's relative to a bigger set. In fact, the fact that you are referring to something relative of the set and not to the set as a whole should specifically imply that you're talking about a very specific location. The fact that it's relative to a bigger set, i.e. the human flesh backpack, as you've now introduced to the dilemma, the fact that it's relative to the whole doesn't mean that you can't talk about its physical attributes separately.
Yes.
So do you prefer people to talk to you behind your back?
As we are obviously doing right now.
So volleyball?
I will play volleyball.
I'll play volleyball behind your back.
Thank you.